What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the $3-2 Blitz meta. This is arguably the first or the second most popular pro defensive meta out there online right now. You're bound to run into it at some point if you haven't run into it countless times already. If you guys could do me a quick favor, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Also take time to hit that notification bell and maybe even drop a comment below to help push this video out to reach other Madden players just like you. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the plays that players are typically basing out of with the $3-2. There's going to be the quote unquote fixed blitz angle camp out there. Those are going to be the players that believe that you should run this out of spinner, overload 3 seam, or the cover 2 sink linebacker blitz play. Then there are going to be players out there that are going to run a little bit different version of this blitz out of base coverage plays, which are your 3-man rush plays. Basically any of these plays where only the front 3 are rushing in the dollar. And the thing is about this blitz, if you were to ask me, I don't think it's a bad blitz from a what works in Madden 24 standpoint, but I don't think that this blitz is remotely good in terms of what we consider meta blitzes to be. I would argue this is the worst meta blitz we've seen in recent history. Again, that doesn't make it a bad overall defense. I just think it's the least powerful meta defense we've seen in quite some time. So let's go ahead and kind of get into the fixed blitz angle approach with this. First things first with this, you're going to want to kind of pay attention to your defensive line. You're going to want to make sure that your players that are blitzing from depth are players that typically don't have pass rush traits. So one thing I will typically do if I'm looking to get a gap pressure like this is make sure that I've got some sort of safety at linebacker, because they oftentimes don't have pass rushing traits such as bull rush, swim, or spin. Now, let's go ahead and kind of break down how this works. You could run this baseline on. You would want to choose auto flip off because you're going to want to choose plays where your linebacker that's hitting the gap is blitzing on the left side. So let's go ahead and run spinner here. And kind of the thing that stands out to me as I run it is that really with this, it's a very setup intensive defense, which is tough for a lot of casual players because of input delays and things of that nature. You'll see a lot of players that are going to run double Mabel out of this. And essentially what they do is they just pinch the line. They're going to crash up, and then they kind of just stand here and mug. And the first thing that you're really going to notice about this is that sometimes this results in the left guard and the left tackle blocking our defensive end, which is Micah Parsons, and that opens up the A gap for Kraus. But the truth is, this is a very inconsistent blitz. There are going to be people that use this player here in a fixed blitz angle to try to open up this gap, but you see right there, right off rip, like it sometimes just runs straight into a blocker, and there's really not a lot you could do about it. There's going to be people out there that are going to tell you, oh, I get it consistently every time sending 4, but the truth is, like I said, this is just an inconsistent blitz. It can be decent. Sometimes you might even be fine if you want to creep in this slot corner. This is actually going to do a better job of holding the attention of the offensive line on the left side. So a lot of players you will notice kind of come in here and just kind of like pull. But you see right there that sometimes the center is going to be able to react. And that is just the truth about this blitz. I'm doing absolutely nothing on the offensive side of the ball to block this, and it's kind of not working. I just want to show, like, it's the only thing it does is it rushes 4. That's all it does. So it allows you to shed in the event that it gets picked up, and it gets picked up very, very often. Now, here's the truth. I actually have a better blitz in the vault in November over on my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. If you click this video because of the dollar and you wanted to kind of hear my thoughts on this blitz, we can amp this up and take it to a level that is far more effective. I promise you that if you guys go and check out the November 9th vault update on Gridiron, you guys will find a blitz that rushes less players or rushes the same amount of players and gets 2 guys free. And that's only sending 4. Or you could just rush 3 and get 1 free. I'm telling you, that is the better way to go about trying to get pressure out of this dollar defense. But let's go ahead and get back into the video and kind of show you another example. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to choose a little bit of bunch, and we'll go bunch X nasty. I'm going to set up that same blitz. So again, we're just pinching the D line. We're going to go ahead and press. A lot of players are going to back off their outside corners. They're going to set up their Mabel coverage. And again, you see that with the input delay, even offline, this is a real pain in the rear to deal with. Again, you can come down here and mug. You see right here, we get the A-gap pressure. This is where I'm going to talk about, I think, honestly, different offensive alignments have different stock blocking coding as it pertains targeting this blitz. You notice that now that I'm in a bunch set with basically 3 to the right, 1 to the left, that for some reason the left side dumped out. I did nothing different in terms of how I stood, how I strafed, where I was standing. It was all the same as what I did at the start of the video when I was in a different offensive formation. I am a big tinfoil hat believer that this blitz works against certain formations and it doesn't against others. Let me go ahead and show you though, if you are facing someone out there that is running this blitz, I'm going to show you how to very simply stop this. So let's go ahead and set up that same blitz. Again, very setup intensive if you're doing it out of spinner, but a lot of players really like spinner. If you are ever facing this blitz, your initial instinct is going to be to slide protect left. After all, it's a left A gap. The truth is you want to slide protect to the right. If you slide protect to the right against this particular blitz and they're just rushing that player into the gap, you're going to see that the line slides perfectly to pick it up. And then that's going to give you time to go 5 out and dot this. So again, this is why I'm saying that this blitz is beyond easy to pick up. But that's not the only thing that you guys can do with this. You guys can actually go and try to find a play action based play as well in your playbook. So if I were to go and give me just a moment, there's not a lot of true drop back play actions in the Chiefs offense. So let me try to find one here for you. Here's this PA cross sit. If you guys are ever running up against this blitz meta and you guys want to just go ahead and get it blocked consistently, you guys can go to straight play action blocking style out of pretty much any formation, and you'll definitely notice that you are going to have a much easier time picking this up. So again, you can kind of run this. I'm going to send everyone out on routes. So let's go ahead and do that. If I just run a regular play action block, you're going to see that the guard picks it up very easily. And then from there, we can drop back and make our read accordingly. You don't have to do anything other than just call play action based blocking scheme. So again, when we're talking about the meta blitz, quote unquote, we're talking about a blitz that is blocked by a simple slide protection to the right, or just by calling play action and sending 5 out on routes. Now, there are going to be some players that are going to be in the comment section saying, Zan, it's not that simple. I like to blitz the slot corner to guarantee the pressure. Okay, that's fine too. Let's go ahead and talk about that real quick, because that's also very, very simple to block. So a lot of players are like, okay, well, what I like to do is I like to, turn this into a better blitz. Well, we've lived here before. We know exactly what this is. This is, that dollar spinner meta from last year. Sometimes you'll drop, extra players. If you're dealing with this blitz meta, all you have to do is block the running back, slide protect to the right to make sure that A gap is picked up, and that's going to make him block the edge on the left. Now, with this, you could either put the ID the mic on the nose tackle, or if you want to, you could go ahead and put it on this guy. Some players even believe that if you put the ID the mic on the far outside corner, it will make this even better. But there will be a lot of players that will back up their outside corners, and you'll see here when I try to move that to the top right, it doesn't let me put that mic on that outside corner. So to be honest, what I like to do is just block the running back, slide protect to the right, and then just ID that slot corner, and then it's simple from there. They can do whatever they want. You're going to have all day to make your reads. Go ahead and set up your route combos from there. Bare minimum, if you ever face this dollar blitz meta and you're worried about it, just block your running back, slide protect right, and ID the left slot, and you're going to be in a good spot. Now, what if they send 6, Zan? Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and back this up. I think a lot of players really panic when it comes to this blitz meta. So let's go ahead and send, basically everyone. In this situation, I probably would not back up my outside corners because everything's open. But again, we're going to block the running back. We're going to slide protect right. We're going to ID left. It's literally that simple. Look at that. Perfect blitz pickup. Take your check down. Really, really easy. Again, I'm not here to tell you that this is a bad blitz. It does require a little bit of thought to counter, but in terms of what the pro meta is out there right now, I find this honestly to be the worst meta blitz in recent history. Don't panic when you face it. There's a lot of ways to counter it. Go regular spread and just snap the ball. You can go play action 5 out, or you could go ahead and block a running back, slide protect right. You've got it all countered. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab in. Good luck.